6 tips to better organize your CRM. Here's 6 simple tips here. Let's first create a tag called VIP. This is so that you can identify anybody that you do multiple transactions with each year, whether they refer you business or whether they're actually doing business with you. You want to be able to find these people quickly, and you want to gauge the quality of your database by how many times you do transactions with these people. Create a missing info tag. This means if you're missing any kind of contact information such as address, email, phone number, spouse, any kind of information like that, you're able to quickly tag and identify who you should be working on and what information you need to update. Create an UnEngaged tag. UnEngaged means that your customers, after multiple attempts, the industry recommends 10 or 11 attempts of contacting them through message, through phone, through text, any one of those things. If they're not responding back to you after 10 attempts over multiple days, then it's a good chance it's going to be an unengaged client. So create an unengaged tag. You don't want to delete these people from your database because at some point or some other marketing, you may be able to get them engaged and come back. So you want to just label them as, okay, they're unengaged. I'm going to let them cool off for a while and I'll come back and try them again later. 3 other tags that you'll want to consider having in your database to identify types of buyers or sellers that may be in your database would be an investor or second home tag. So that's going to help you identify potential sellers who may own multiple properties. The investor one may also help you identify somebody who might buy a property from you, as well as your second home. These people are going to have different needs and different motivation and maybe not know exactly what the market is like here. So those are 2 great tags to have. Now another one that's often in a database but overlooked is your renters tab. Now, if you're not renting homes or you're not worrying about leasing, it's still good for you to know who doesn't currently own a home in your database. So you could call them a non-homeowner, you could call them a renter, whatever you want, but it's good to be able to quickly and easily find and sort those people in your database. Last, we're going to categorize your buyers and sellers, or potential buyers and sellers, based on motivation and time frame. This way you can quickly identify who's your hottest buyer, who's ready to go, who's your hottest listing prospect that should be ready to go. To categorize your leads into an A, B, and C, or hot, cold, warm, doesn't really matter what you want to call them, but you want to categorize your buyers and sellers based on time frame and motivation. So if you have a buyer or seller in the A or hot category, that means that they're going to buy or sell in 30 days or less. If you have a buyer or seller that's in the warm category, that means that they're going to be buying or selling within 60 days or less. And then lastly would be cold or inactive buyers. So you'd have the C's for any buyers or seller potentials that are going to be 90 days or longer. By creating these categories based on motivation, every day you'll be able to easily log into your database and you'll know exactly how many A, B, or C buyers you have. Now the goal, of course, is to bring people from C to B, from B to A. And this will let you know the strength and the health of your pipeline, of what your business is going to look like the next 60, 90, 100 days out. So you should have multiple people. And your hot buyer, you probably won't have more than 2 to 5 people in your hot buyers. Because if you're working with a buyer who needs to buy something in 30 days, they're going to take a lot of your time and be pretty busy if they're that motivated. Same with the seller. You're going to have lots of prep work there as well. So you'll probably only have a handful of people in the hot. You're going to have the rest of them, you might have 15 or 20 in your B, okay, in your warm section. And then most of your other people are going to be in that C category, which is going to be 90 days plus. So you want to constantly know the numbers because it's going to be a little different for each business. If you're an agent looking to do 20 transactions a year, that's going to be different than an agent looking to do 100 transactions a year. But you'll start to learn what your pipeline needs to look like, or where your weaknesses are that you can fill in and become better at. I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions, just please let us know.